Hello, this is Lisa Life Coach, and it's June 28th, 2019. Wow. And I wanted to quickly do a game changer for probiotics. And I do two serious things for probiotics. Make them myself just because I can, and they're more potent. Oh wow, this thing's making noise. And the first one is I'm going to talk about kombucha. And boy, it's a living organism. And that's what probiotics is. Wow, what is making noises? Okay. Okay, so this is really cool. This is how it works. I've got my glass of kombucha, and it'll knock your socks off. This is like serious stuff. Now we can play games and do kindergarten kombucha, but this is like hard stuff kombucha. This has got so much probiotics, probably a touch of alcohol, just because of the way this whole thing works. But what you do is I've got my kombucha right there, and I'm about ready to need to bake. Well, I do need to make it, because look at that. The date says 6/17. So it's been 11 days, and that's a long time. And it's got the scoby in there, which I don't have time today, so it'll be 12 days. I'll do it tomorrow. But it's okay. It just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Actually, sometimes when I drink this, it makes me choke. It's so tough. But, okay, so let me back up. Well, let me finish. So you can make it where you ferment it for a time, and then you can re-ferment it and add juice or fruit with it, and then that makes it more of a soda pop feeling like you can get at the grocery store. But I want the straight stuff just because I'm doing it for the probiotics, and I need it. We all need it, and this is one of the best ways to get it. So, and I love the history on this. This is actually, it's real easy, not expensive. Doesn't take much time, and the Russians did this, which I think is just interesting. All right, so what you want to do is you would, and I'm not going to do it for you, I'm just going to tell you. You can easily Google it, but I'm going to zip through it, and I'll have the recipe on underneath the video. But anyway, so what you do is you would actually pull out the scoby, which is sort of gross, but it is. I can do this. And you want to peel it, because usually it's real happy. Mine always get real happy, and I have to peel it and throw half of it away and keep the newer, lighter colored part, which they call the baby. So there's the baby, and you throw away the mama. Heard of throw the mama off the train? Well, just throw the mama scoby in the trash, or give it to a friend. So what you'll do then is, and then you separate it, and you pour what you want, and you can strain it if you want to get the little gruesome things that are sort of floating around, the living organisms that are doing their own thing. But pour it in your jars. But to make it, what you want to do is you want to boil 6 cups of water. I would recommend spring water, or my incredible water, of course, but spring water. And then you bring it to boil. Then you put in 8 bags of tea. I use organic black tea. And there's variations of things, but they say either use green or black tea for beginners. Then you let that steep for 15 minutes. Then you'll add a cup of sugar. I will use the organic sugar. And you will then add 6 more cups of water. And then you carefully stir that around so it doesn't spill. Then you let that cool. And I need to back up. From the batch that from the batch you pour off, you want to keep a cup or more with the scoby, and then you let it sit in a plastic bowl, never metal. It's got to be wooden or plastic or glass, and let it just stay. It needs the actual key. I'll get it straight. The kombucha is actually food for the scoby. And the scoby makes the kombucha. I know I'm saying this right. And so the sugar and the caffeine is what the scoby feeds on, and then creates a fermentation. And the longer you keep it, and of course in the summer it doesn't take as long as it does in the winter, so your winter kombucha will be much milder. I mean, it's like really mild. You can do it for a month and it's mild. Where here in the summer, you got serious probiotics game changer in this kombucha. Okay, so back to what I was doing. So you would have a separate I have a separate plastic bowl where I keep my scoby that I'm setting aside with a cup or two of the original batch it was in, and then I set it aside while I make the tea. And then when I make the tea and it's cooled down, because then you'll have another almost gallon worth of starter tea, then you put the kombucha, I don't mean that, you put the scoby in with the scoby little starter tea from before. And then you would let that sit. I always mark it so I know when I've done it. And you cover it so bugs can't get in it. And then you would stick it away. And I actually stick it right over here. I stick it right over here for 10 days. I let it go for easily 10 days because, like I said, the longer you do it, the more potent it gets. Okay, I hope that wasn't confusing. I really don't want to take the time to show you, even though it probably would make it more clear. But again, there's zillions of videos on how to make it. I just want to show you my recipe, which I got from my daughter, which I'm really liking, and it's very simple. Doesn't have to be complicated. All right, there you are. If you want to message me or contact me through like lisalifecoach.net for more questions, let me know. But other than that, I think you're really good to go. This stuff is a game changer. Probiotics through kombucha. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.